Greetings from the Diocese of Joliet. As a priest, one of the things I'm frequently asked is, Father, if there's one devotion that I should pray, what is it? And I think that throughout the history of the Church, since it began, it's the devotion to Our Lady through the Rosary. There's multiple reasons for this. One is because it's a walk through Scripture. It's a walk through different parts of Christ's life. It's a walk through our own story of suffering and struggle, from birth to death into new life. But also it gives us the opportunity to let ourselves be taken by the hand of Our Lady, to be held and to be accompanied through our own story, our own experience. When I have really difficult or challenging days, I don't know what to do or what to say to God, I reach for my rosary and I grab my rosary. I just ask Mary to take my hand and just allow me to pour my heart into hers as I walk with her through her story. As I walk with her through the life of her Son and just ask for the grace to be present there. And usually when I finish with my rosary, there's just this profound sense of peace, that Our Lady has it, that she's holding whatever I was carrying in her hands. And in such a time as this that you and I find ourselves, is there really any greater blessing? Could there be any greater blessing than to know that she carries what I was previously carrying? I just want to make note of a few moments in history where the power of the Rosary was truly demonstrated. Right? The first is at the Battle of Lepanto. Pope St. Pius V asked the entire Church to pray the Rosary for a victory in a war with a few number of ships against the entire Ottoman Empire. Europe was outnumbered 10-1 in a battle that never should have been won. It is a great victory, a great miracle. It's where Our Lady of Victory comes from. That through the prayers and the intercession of the universal Church, asking and pleading with Our Lady, she brought victory and safety to the Mediterranean Sea for hundreds of years. There's the story of Mother Teresa in the Rosary where she would give out both the miraculous medal and invite people to pray the Rosary. I think if I can remember the story properly, she was on a plane one time and she was sitting next to someone who was really struggling with illness, and she simply looked at the person and gave the person her rosary and said, "Pray this every day. And when it's been healed, hand it on to someone else who needs healing." And as the rosary made its way around, miracles were associated with it throughout the course of her life. Our Lady wants to carry us. Our Lady wants to hold our hands. She wants to walk with us. She wants to introduce us to her Son, Jesus. And she gives us a very simple way, and that is the Rosary. Now, maybe you're like me or others who think to themselves, but I might not do it perfectly, and won't she be disappointed? And I can assure you she won't be. I still mess up the creed. I still sometimes forget the prayers at the end. I still sometimes say things in the wrong way. And then I kind of laugh. Because what mother, when she's with her child, is bothered by that? She rejoices in the fact that we've given her the space and time. If the Rosary is something that you haven't prayed before, I encourage you to pray it with others. I know that Father Burke has a time each day when he leads the Rosary. EWTN also has a time, and so does Relevant Radio. And so do many of the priests of our diocese. And so I invite you to join me during this month of May and for the foreseeable future, really forever, to give Our Lady permission to hold your hand as you hold the Rosary, to share your heart with her as she shares hers with you, and to walk together to become like her Son, to be transformed in love. May God bless you, and may you fall in love with Our Lady and her Rosary.